game. Obviously, everybody saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Turnovers, penalties, all
Yep.
the things that make you lose games
Yep,
rear their ugly head.
for sure.
Where do you go from here?
I think you hit it on the head. It starts with me. Can't turn the ball over. Got to get the operation going with the guys, regardless of whatever the situation, circumstance may be. We just got to stick together. That's it. That's how we move forward from this.
After a game like this, game like last week, it's easy for everything to go sideways. How do you make sure that doesn't happen? A long way to go. A lot of games still to play.
For sure. I would say it's kind of, in a way, similar, but not similar to, I would say, our 21 season when we went 1-7 to start, and then we were able to turn it around and finish off, I believe, 9-8 or something like that. But there's always hope, and you just got to find ways to get the guys to stick together and continue to press forward.
So it felt like throughout the day, you guys were on three different pages: receivers, line, everybody in the backfield. Is that how it felt from your standpoint?
Yeah, I would say just the execution aspect of it for us, speaking offensively. I think that was a big deal with us within the first half, and then kind of trickled its head in the second half as well. And then that's when the turnovers for me started to show up as well. You can't do that, and you can't expect to win games that way too.
Is that the best defense you faced all season?
I would say they're a really good defense, but I think a lot of it was, we shot ourselves in the foot, hurting ourselves with penalties, going out there, the alignment of things. Do we know where we're supposed to be? Are we on the same page with communication to the receivers? Things of that nature. But they're a really good defense. So I can't give that they are the best defense that I faced or not, but they're a really good defense.
You got the field goal to end the first half, probably collected yourself a little at halftime, then the first play of the second half, what happened there?
Yeah, just made a throw. Maybe it was too high for Vaughn. So I got to make a better throw for him to be able to come down with that.
So a lot of penalties, both sides of the ball, but a lot of pre-snap penalties on the offensive side of the ball. What can you contribute that to?
Well, I think guys want to do good every time they're out there, right? Hear the play, they hear the motion, snap points, things like that. And, I think they're just so antsy with all the motions that we got going when they see a guy moving as well, and that's maybe a guy that they have that they want to make sure that they attach them quickly. So I think it has a lot to do with that.
Another big storyline going to the game was you sharing some common things with Dylan Gabriel. Were you guys able to share a moment, anything after the game?
Just told them congratulations, wish them the best of luck, things of that nature, but not much after that.
So you guys, just last week, have come back when facing a big deficit. When that happens, what is the catalyst for it? Is it a group of guys who are more vocal, who fired up? Like, is it a big play? Like, what happens that causes this team to snap out of the funk and dust?
I think it starts with the operation, being able to operate quick, knowing where guys are going to be, understanding that aspect of it, and then playing fast from there. I think that's what jump starts that whole deal.
And as for the end of the game where you were pulled, was that a decision that you and Mike kind of agreed on? Was that all his decision, and kind of what was the feelings there?
Yeah, that was just Headball's decision. He made that decision, so.
Any reason why you can't get the operation if you're mid-season, get action, anything you can put your finger on?
I think it's tough to just put my finger on one thing when it comes to the operation. Yeah, we just got to be better with that.
Do you feel like you knew where guys were going to be like games end? In that first half, there's some balls where, like the Waddle, I think you run the stop, you throw the corner. It looked like there were some plays where you were expecting A and got B. Did that spill over?
Spill over to the second half. I would say I would say not as much as it did in the first half. It was more so just the operation of guys going where they need to be, out of the huddle, things like that. And then we're down on the clock, so having to work through that and maneuver that and not waste our timeouts.
Final question?
Well, how do you evaluate yourself and where you're at and to get to where you want to be at this point in the season?
Yeah, definitely not happy, not proud of where I'm at with my play, with how I've gone about things this year. I know I got to be a lot better, and I've been better for the Miami Dolphins years past, but this isn't years past. This is this year, right? And just trying to maneuver everything and trying to build a collection of guys to kind of bring along with me, and I got to be able to multitask, if that makes sense. Be able to do that, and while doing that, kind of continue to get the whatever it was last year and the years prior for myself to get going again and get in that flow. Thank you.